everyone. This is Waldorf.
Sure.
I thought about it for a minute.
Yeah, and this is Statler.
And this is Battle Report 2.
2.
2 for Oathmark.
Yes. Battles of the Lost Age.
Orcs and Goblins versus the Elves.
Het huzzah, hobbies.
Yep. They just have elves. No flavors of elves.
No flavors.
Just elves.
You make your own flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And army lists. So this time we played 2,500. Last time we played 2,000.
Yes.
So we went a little bigger. Mm-hmm. I took 2 orc captains and a champion.
It's not we this time.
That's true. My build last time was I had a orc general, a captain, and the 2 wizards. This time I got rid of the general and replaced him with a captain and a champion. Just to get a little variety.
But you kept the 2 wizards.
But I kept the 2 wizards kind of like exactly how they were. One with horrific dispel and weakness. The other with fleet feet and courage. I was enamored with this fleet feet because it's +4 to your movement.
You just like having all the E's.
+4 or +2? +2 to your movement.
You just liked all the E's.
I liked all the E's. It's 8 E's in 2 words. That's pretty good. Sorry, I can't count.
I guess I use the orc way of spelling.
2 times 4 is 8. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, 2 units of 19 orc warriors, 19 orc spearmen, 19 orc archers. I wanted 20 orc archers, but I couldn't find the point for the last one. 2 units of 2 trolls this time instead of 1 unit of 3. 3 units of 5 wolf riders and 2 catapults.
Wow.
So
a lot of wolf riders.
A lot of wolf riders. I kind of like the stats on the wolf riders. I think they're like medium cav. Seems interesting. So his army, which we're going to skip right by because it wasn't important.
I thought because the font was so large that it was intimidating.
Yes, it was partially that too. He decided to play elves. A friend of ours decided to play elves. Elves are pricey in this game. So anyway, so he doesn't have anywhere near the number of troops I have. He took a prince, a champion on a horse, a wizard.
With 3 spells, but you don't know what the third one is.
I think that might be 9. Did he have 9 or 5 cav? I think he only had 5 cav, didn't he? Anyway, we'll find out in a minute.
Me?
I am. You shut up for the end of that game.
I
shut up when we were packed up.
When you were packing up. Yeah.
He took a wizard with Dispel, Fireball, and something else. I'm not sure what the third spell he had was. I believe this should be 5 cav.
Well, we'll find out shortly.
We'll find out in a moment.
If it's 10, it's expensive.
2 units of 15 spearmen, a unit of 15 line breakers, 10 rangers, 10 archers, and a ballista.
Okay.
And it's 5 cav from
Okay.
top left. So we dropped out some terrain, hill on the right, forest up top, field, all difficult ground, ruin down here, difficult ground, water, difficult ground, and then the building and a wall on the right. I deployed the trolls in the water. They have water walking.
Oh, do they?
They do. So they decided they're going to start in the water.
You have to repaint them.
To water trolls.
No, they're going to have like brown beards and hair and a robe and...
Oh, I get it.
Maybe a walking staff.
Yeah, after the deployment, it was like, oh, I think he picked sides. This was rough because difficult ground in this game is difficult. Basically costs 2 to 1 to move through it, and your unit that moved 7.5 now moves 3 1/4.
Yep.
That means you're going to be in that terrain for a long time.
Potentially, yep.
So that ruin in the center really broke up my battle line. I didn't have enough room for 3 units here in the center without one of them being in the terrain. So end up with those 2 units on the far left.
Okay, and you kept your cards.
And I could use the cards again this turn, at least for the first couple turns, and then I pulled them off the table. But anyway, so that's how it went. He won the... well, no one wins the go first. I was like, who went first? Just a couple things to show you.
He won the role to take a second picture of the same thing.
I need practice with these games on where to take pictures, since there's no it's not you move, take a picture, the other guy
Right.
moves. It's you're moving units at one unit at a time.
Yep.
So anyway, you can see at
Imagine
this point, this is pretty much the end of the first turn.
Mm-hmm.
I've moved forward quite a bit. I actually put the fleet feet on the trolls on the far right. That's why they're much further forward, even though they've only moved once.
Okay.
That's what that little arrow behind him is signifying. He's done
Okay.
something to put a wound on my catapult.
All right. So
One of his guys
right now
have
he's
shot
feeling
it.
very intimidated.
Actually, I think he fireballed it, now that I
Okay.
recall. Yeah, it's a very intimidating look to see this many orcs coming at you.
Well, you've got a lot more guys, and even though it doesn't matter in this game, your bigger bases just makes it look.
Bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Correct. So I think that might have been his bolt thrower, his ballista shooting me off.
Okay.
Killed 5 guys. And something else has put another wound on the catapult. Now I've gone to the point where I'm going to start pulling cards and using dice to mark units that have activated.
Okay.
I just don't like the look of the cards sitting out there.
Mm-hmm. Like you shot off some of his cavalry.
We've shot off one of his cav. We've shot off 4 of his archers in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I did what I learned my lesson on last game. I did something to the archers on the top right. I think it was a catapult shot early to at least kill 1 to get rid of that +1 for a full rank.
Yeah.
So learned my lesson there. The archers over here, my archers on this side of the hill, the unit between the hill and the ruins, has been shooting at the first turn. They shot at the spearmen and killed a couple. This turn, they've been concentrating on those guys in the woods. Little did I know how I do still have to. I have to shoot at the closest.
Right.
So little did I know how vulnerable the ballista was, or I'd be firing the catapults at them.
Yeah.
You can see the trolls heading as fast as they can forward. The one on the left, lost a model. And
Is the field difficult also?
Yeah, the field's difficult as well.
Okay.
So we've got that. Turn 3, he wins the roll off and goes first. You don't see it, but he's charged me on the left and charged my wolf riders before I could go and charge him.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, people are just moving forward. I'm moving forward just to get in his face. Let's go get him, boys. Yeah, there they go. His cav have come forward, hit my wolf riders, pushed them back to the edge of the board. I still have 3 left, I believe.
Okay.
And you can see just, scrum in the middle. We're shooting each other up. I don't think we've had a hand-to-hand combat yet.
Okay, so all these casualties on you are just him shooting you.
Fireballs, bolt throwers, and archers. And of course, this elven archery is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
To put it that way in this game. Over here on the right, the spider riders are also just wolf riders. I'm just using the spider riders just for variety.
Right.
They the unit in the front in the last 2 turns has failed its activation, has only been able to move 8 instead of its normal 12.
So you're stacked up.
So it's keeping the unit behind it pinned.
Yeah. It's like, what, I guess.
And I didn't.
What are they doing in the rear area?
I did not take. I should have taken the time to read the rules on crossing an obstacle, because the unit in the back could have gone forward and over the wall, but I don't.
You can penetrate.
What's that? I can go over them. That's correct.
Yeah, and they're fast enough. They're fast enough to make
fast enough that it may have done it. Yeah. I don't know. They've got 4 inches more than the unit in front of them. That won't get me past them. So, yeah, maybe not. I've got to get an inch past them.
Yeah, but you got 8 inches, right?
Well, it's moving 8. The unit in the back only has 12 movement, so it can't get through them. So I did not think of that. I probably could have angled them to work it out, but to get somewhere. But anyway, was not aware of that. So anyway, so the trolls, you can see, have come forward. The trolls up top, there's 2 trolls. One that has 2 wounds on it, one fresh one. It has the double fleet feet on it now, so it's actually movement 10 troll.
Oh, so they got like really big feet.
So they've got really fast feet. Because a lot of the spells in this game, most of the spells in this game are permanent.
Until you dispel them.
And a lot of them can stack.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a unit of heavy infantry in the middle of the line breakers right there in the center.
Right.
And we got that. And a couple of these turns, I planned things to, it's like, okay, this is how this turn ends. But next turn, as long as I can go first, I'm good. He won every roll to go first. 8 turns in a row. It's amazing. Anyway, so here his line breakers have come forward. We're going to fight around the combat. He won and pushed me back. As you can see, the big white die is indicating I'm disordered.
Okay.
Which is not good. Disordered is very bad in this game.
Can be.
The troll charged into the front of the spearman, and he killed me. I killed 4 of him, but he killed me.
Kill 4. That's good.
So, with 3 dice, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I doubled him with 1 of them. I mean, plus 5. Either that or the champion die hit him, or I can't remember which one. And then, of course, he killed me with his guys. And that's that. And this is like I said, this is an example. He just did 1 wound to me here in the center. I think I did 2 to him. He did 1 to me. No, he must have won the combat. So
yeah, he had to win.
He had to win. So I guess I did none to him. So I've only taken 1.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I took 1. He pushed me back, and I'm disordered. So that's all bad.
And I don't think the line breakers can shield. So.
And that was with 3, rolling 3 dice for a 7 up, I guess. If I was down by 1. No, I should have been down 0. Anyway, 3 dice for a 6 up. Couldn't make it. So they're disordered.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's disordered?
The guy here in the middle.
Oh, okay.
My big spear block there in the middle.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're not good. The champion is in this unit up here on the top left.
Okay.
So that's my captain here. There's a captain on the unit up to the far left.
Okay.
And the champion in that unit on the top left.
Okay.
This turn, the Wolf Riders finally managed to spread out a bit.
Okay.
And we're going to go to turn 4. Turn 4, what do we got going on here? This is the overall picture before we started moving. A couple things have happened now. So turn 4, we're starting a fight here in the center, but over on the left, he's gone forward and eliminated my Wolf Riders.
Okay.
But this unit on the hill has turned to face him. So he's got, there you go. He hasn't done it yet. I turned to face him. He shot a bolt thrower at me and killed 4 of me, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
But I did manage my panic check, which is close. My archers shot off his remaining 4 guys in the woods.
Oh, that's good shooting.
It was really good shooting. But they are +2. So we've got that going for us.
Yeah.
Over here, there he is. He's gone through, killed the remaining Wolf Riders.
But you killed 2 of him.
And sitting there, and I charged him in the rear, killed 2 of him, left it.
Oh, this is...
It's skipping it's not every movement. I killed the 2 guys, chased him, or pushed him away an inch.
Okay. Didn't want to push him off the table.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to push off the table.
Yeah.
And that's what we got going there.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a rule.
You can't push him off the table, right. There we go. This turn,
It's like you rallied.
I forget what he did first, but but I charged him over here on the left and killed his guy, his champion over here on the far left. My guys shook off their disruption here in the center.
What killed your catapult?
The catapult was killed by, I believe, a second fireball.
Okay.
The fireball is actually tearing me up.
Okay.
The fireball's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Got that. The guys are an inch apart, or I don't know why. Those guys up on the top left just look like they were just sitting there fighting the whole time in every picture.
Maybe that's when you took the picture.
Yeah. The Wolf Riders have been moving up. As you can see, they're getting in position to get into this.
Yep.
His guys in the center, the line breaker elves, these 2 units have been fighting and pushing each other back a couple times. Every phase, one of us will charge and the other, push the other back or whatever. The blue mark on him is the weakness spell, so he's down 1 in his fight skill. Which helps a lot because there are 4 without that. That brings them down to, or are they a 5?
4.
There are 4, and this brings them down to a 3. This turn, the troll, the 2 units over here on the left fought. His unit bounced back, and then the troll made a long double move over here to hit them in the flank.
That's the happy feet troll.
That's the happy feet troll, with 2 wounds on him, by the way. But I did make that long charge. With 2 wounds on him, I was afraid to charge his mage. But even though he has 1 attack back on me, he rolled the wound and killed me.
Did you kill him?
And I killed all 4 of him.
Okay.
The troll killed all 4 of him. We did this wrong in one instance in the fact that he actually could have used shielding.
On the flank.
Because it would have actually, because you could, no, wait a minute, you cannot use shield. Never mind. You can use shielding from shooting
on the
to the flank, but not from combat. So with my 3 attacks, I managed to do 4 wounds and just crush him. Because the troll's pretty potent.
Yeah, it's like a 4, isn't it? Or 4 or 5.
Oh, this is what we found out. We found out you can use brace to the flank with your spears.
Oh, okay.
To remove an instance of my charge. You can't see it, but the archers here have killed the bolt thrower in the woods.
I see the bottom
of he's flipped it up on its end.
The Lego bottom of a base.
The old GW Lego bottom.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to turn 6 here. It's looking really good for the orcs at this point. Except for the spider riders. The spider riders are getting mauled from shooting. He won the activation again and shot off my 2 spider riders.
Oh, something messed up his line breaker since that last photo.
Yeah, the line breakers came in again and fought, and I think we did 2 wounds each, and we pushed, or whatever we did, we pushed back an inch apiece. The combat was a push.
Yeah.
And he bumped back. The 2 remaining spider riders charged into the spears is what happened. And the spearmen lost 2 and killed both the 2 remaining spider riders.
Right.
We just swapped them. Over on the left, this unit of archers, this unit of infantry on the left is disrupted for the blue marker.
Okay, but you got rid of his. So,
but the troll killed him for me. Turn 7. We are down to turn 7, and
turn 7. Which scenario did you play?
The standard, the battle line thing.
Oh, that's right. It's 8 turns. Yeah.
Yeah. Their scenario, I will say, their scenarios are a little lacking. I'm not thrilled with the number and quality of their scenarios. Of the 5 scenarios they give you, one of them is a river crossing where you have a bridge you have to cross. So the whole fight takes place on the bridge.
Right.
Anyway. Unless
you have flyers or water walker.
Yeah, exactly. Turn 7. This is, we're down to this. He's still got the weakness on him. I've tried to put, I think at one point I got a second weakness on him, but he removed that. His archers are just showing utter disdain at my spider riders coming up on the side.
Yeah.
This turn they decided to turn and face him.
He didn't have so much disdain after all.
No. This fight, we go and fight another round of this.
I assume you eliminated his unit and he just started putting it back on the tray, and that's who those guys are in the field.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we eliminated the unit, but the guys left. That unit there is a full, still as strong, that spear unit's still there.
It is still there. Okay.
The one there is still there.
Okay.
That's the one the 2 spiders went at, and he killed them. And so he's got down to 5 archers up top now. And we did another round. Did he beat me?
Well, you're missing a unit, so.
I don't. Did that happen? No, he's dead. Where is my unit? Did we both die? I don't recall.
Looks like he killed your unit, then you shot him with your bows as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Judging by the units that are out here.
That's exactly what. I was disrupted still, disordered, and he charged me, and I failed another morale test. The unit went away.
But your 2 mages didn't.
The 2 mages made their test.
Okay.
So they didn't go anywhere. And actually, the unit up top left the unit in the center of the board the small unit, was actually within 8 as well, and they passed their check. The archers, now the closest unit was his general, so they proceeded to shoot him down.
Okay.
The catapult shot back there and hit the archers and killed another 2 or 3 of them.
It's like you shot down your wolf riders a bit.
As they shot 3 wolf riders, and the wolf riders went to disordered, so they can't charge on the final turn, which is lovely as well, and that's where it ended. So, yeah, there's a little... the last turns... It's an 8-turn game, but the last turns really went pretty quick.
When they only have a fraction of guys on the table helps.
Correct. Yeah, and also these 2 units... I have a full unit over on the left with a captain in it that's really just walking around after it killed that knight unit.
Yeah, killed the knight unit.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a push on points. But I also had the wolf riders over there, so I think he won that flank by a little. Yeah, and then he killed the big spear block in the center, really hammered this warrior block here in the center. And again, this is not there's no bonus from killing the characters. Right. And there is no bonus for eliminating units. It's all about...
And he kind of got the fight he wanted because you kind of had 2 units that were mostly out of the fight.
Correct.
So he could concentrate, but it wasn't good enough.
No, and the line breakers were on my spearmen.
Yeah.
Which is an even better matchup for him because the other 2 units are warriors. Right. Which are not as good. They're one level, one down in fighting ability.
Yeah. Right.
So... catapult, like I said, just continued to shoot at the unit of archers in the back, trying to eliminate them. It never did, but because of catapult is really difficult for a catapult to shoot at a guy, a single character.
Yeah.
They made the rule so catapult sniping really doesn't exist. Anyway, so there you go. Look at that. The orcs win again. Orcs are dominant species in this.
It would seem so.
They're 2-0. So we'll see what happens. I'm anxious to play a couple other armies. I want to bring out. I want to get together some humans and play them. Humans, but you played them once.
Yeah.
The humans are interesting. I want to try the heavy cav. Because that's just that one more pip of defense. I think will make a big difference.
Oh, the Uber cav, yeah.
The real heavy cav.
Yeah, I don't know about taking 10.
It won't be 10. It'll probably be 6.
That's kind of a waste thing.
Or 5 in a champ. It'll probably be something.
The 2 attacks each is a big deal.
The 2 attacks each is a big deal. Maybe. Once you get whittled down a little bit.
Well, it just means you don't need to take the big units. You're accepting you're not going to get the ranks, but
right. Yeah, I would think I would go 5 in a champ. That way there's 6 of them so I can take a casualty and still be at full.
Why do you need to be at full?
A full rank is important. Full rank gives you +1 to your morale.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important.
Yeah, but the champions in there is usually 1 better, isn't he?
1 better...
Or champ doesn't give the morale bonus, does he?
Champ doesn't give you anything.
Yeah.
The only thing he lets you do is roll a champion die.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't even get to use his better stats.
Right.
Unless he's by himself.
Yeah.
Or he declares he's fighting and the unit's not. It's one of the 2. But anyway, so this game went well. Like I said, the only thing we did wrong at one point was on the final turn when I shot off this general, he should have been able to use shielding to the flank from shooting.
Right.
I don't think it would have mattered because I think I did 4 wounds to 3 wounds to him maybe. But if you reduce that by 1, I think he's still dead. So
right.
Again, I don't think that mattered much. Yeah, the only thing I did early was forget that, not pay attention to the fact that the ballista only has 2 wounds.
Yeah, they're really easy to get rid of.
And I should have easily just popped it off at some point.
Yeah.
And instead of just letting it sit there and rip through my whole army. The catapults, again, are really fantastic with their 40-inch range. The only thing that outranges them is spells.
Right.
So that's something else to keep in mind. I do like having those. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. Like I I'm anxious to experiment with a couple of the other armies as well. But right now, my humans are away. My humans and my dwarf armies are nowhere near me. So
the dwarves are the ones I'm
don't have
intrigued
an
about.
elf army.
Right. So the dwarves intrigue me.
Right. That's what I expected this opponent to come with.
Right. Yeah. So did I.
I really expected him to have.
I saw your text. Yeah.
But anyway, so game 2's down. I'm really enjoying this game. It's a fun game. I like it. I was concerned. We played actually a 2,500 point game. This was my second game, his first game, and we finished in right around 3 hours and 15 minutes.
And he had a bad PDF rule set.
And he had a terrible PDF rule set that he was trying to work his way through. He did have everything written down on a sheet, though. Not unlike some people, he was somewhat prepared.
Yeah.
Unlike some of my other opponents I played in this game, of which there's been one other.
Yeah. Well, you gotta.
But anyway.
Why prepare for certain people?
As you notice, I have the pre-printed unit cards. I'm all set. Everything's rolling along fine. And I can put any numbers I want on those cards because I typed them up.
I figured that, yeah.
Anyway. No, I was going to say...
I had no idea that orcs could move 12.
Special ability. Yeah. It's wild charge. That's what that means. Again, I played 2 games with this. This game went at a fast pace for an 8-turn game. It's... even with still learning the rules as we're playing.
Mechanics are straight. That's the only thing I think that can slow it down is it is an impulse system. So you're going back and forth. And if you've got an indecisive opponent that can't decide which unit he wants to activate, that can slow things down.
And again, that's in theory, that shouldn't be a problem because your opponent should be, while you're doing your move or whatever, your opponent should say, okay, if I win the initiative next turn, this is what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Or if he does this, I need to do this.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people don't do that.
Right. So, but
we knew a couple people that would actually walk away from the table when they weren't moving, then come and tell you to
catch them back up on what happened.
Because it's
correct.
Like it was a solo game.
Yes, there's been people we've told to stay around.
Yeah.
Hey, don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. But anyway, so like I said, second game, I've enjoyed both of them. I think it's a good system so far. 5-6 games in, we'll see if it gets to the point that what it's the Kings of War did for me, where after 5 or I got.
Did you play that many games at Kings of War?
I played 8 games. Actually played a full 8 games that. And then at that point, it was just kind of done.
I played 2, and I didn't. I was bored at the first one.
Yeah, I kept trying it. I kept wanting it to work when it. I started playing Kings of War right after 8th edition. Warhammer dropped 8th, and I really wanted Kings of War to work. So I played 8 games of it before I refused to play anymore.
The only thing I liked about it was the basing concept.
The basing concept. Oh, yes. Where you don't lose models.
I could have made every one of my units a diorama that had me excited.
Good thing you didn't do it.
I don't have a problem rebasing, as you know. But they're just, when I read them, I just could tell they weren't my kind of game.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with the rules. They're just, do they fit what you're looking for?
Do they fit your style?
Yeah.
Correct. And there was just the flavor wasn't there at all to me between the races.
Right.
When I was playing it early, could be that they're expanded. I didn't play their 2nd or 3rd edition or whatever's been out now. I've only played their 1st edition. Or was that the 2nd edition?
It was the 1st edition.
Was it still the 1st? Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so maybe they've changed things and there's more.
No, not really.
My problem was the flavor, the lacking of flavor. And that's been my concern with this game as well.
Well, it was the flavor, and I didn't like you did everything yourself in the one turn. You rolled all the dice.
The opponent just sits back and
I like things that are a little more interactive.
Right.
That bothered me probably more than the flavor problem.
Right. It's a good point. So anyway, like I said, I'm only 2 games into this one, so give it another 4 or 5 games, and I'll have a really good opinion on whether this is going to stick around.
And by then, the Undead book will be out.
by then the Undead book should be out, unless I can find more opponents for this, because
Yeah.
I'm anxious to keep playing this.
Right.
You know, if it does fill that niche good enough, then you know something else goes away.
Yeah.
You know, you only got so much time.
Yep. That is true.
But anyway, so like I said, it's backed by a popular gaming company.
Yep.
And it has potential. Let's leave it at that for now.
There we go.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.